This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Hey, Bruce.
Hello, Jody.
How's it going?
Well, after our last episode where we talked about being in the same room together, this time we're not, but for a good reason. I have a cold that I got from my kids, because that, kids, they
Do that.
share. Yes, they share the plague constantly. And I really thought it was going to skip me, and then it hit me yesterday. And it's just one of those where it's like chills and fever and all that. And today it's kind of broken, but I didn't want to take the chance of bringing that to you.
Yes, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
need one more thing to add to the
Right.
mix of, the things that are going on with me. So yes, I appreciate it.
Right. So
We're
yeah.
back on our normal Zoom recording.
Yes.
But we're still here.
Yes. And next week we'll be back to normal. We're going to be in the studio together.
Whatever that
Same
means,
thing.
normal
Yes.
anymore.
Yeah. Back to, whatever.
We'll be back again.
Yes. So yeah, so this episode will be a little bit of an abridged episode, just because I'm not feeling my personal best.
Mm-hmm.
But
No dying on camera.
no, definitely not.
Or audio, whatever. Yeah.
Can't expire over podcast.
Hey, I mean, it would probably get a lot of listens.
It would. Remember when Bruce from Chubster died on that podcast? Yeah. No, not today.
Not today. No.
So I've got a story to tell that has been like months in the making for me. I've wanted to tell this since like late last year. But before we get into that, I thought maybe we could share some of the things that are going on, because I know like Bear Skn just had a new product release.
Yeah, we just released our new swim. So we've got swim briefs and a versatile swim trunk. They are doing amazing already, which I'm very happy about. And I was one of the models.
Yes.
It was interesting and fun. And I'm not normally like a swim brief, like Speedo type person, but they were really comfortable. Like they weren't super digging into my leg, which that's one of my complaints with like any kind of brief style, underwear, swim, whatever, but they were actually really comfortable. And I was very happy with the way that they turned out, and they were really nice. Got some really bright colors on the swim briefs, some neon-y colors, which are fun for summer. And yeah, the versatile like swim shorts, you can kind of use them as swim shorts. You can wear them for like working out, or, going to and from the pool or the beach or whatever. Yeah, they're really nice.
I really like that. So yes, I like the colors a lot. I love that orange. I love the navy. I think, you've got some colors that really stand out, and absolutely love the fact that you could jump in the pool, get out, quick dry, continue to wear those shorts if you would like. That's handy. It's handy.
Yeah.
So
it's nice to have something.
Yeah. I did, speaking of briefs, I did think something similar. I was like, I don't know that I would wear briefs or could pull that off in a way that I would be comfortable. Mm-hmm. And I got to say, seeing you modeling with that, it's like, all right, he made it work. It looks good. It's working.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably for a more specific style event, or, like if you're, I don't know, going to some big pool party thing, maybe not necessarily with the kids and the family at the public pool. Maybe, hey, whatever. I've seen them, but yeah, they're fun. They're comfy. Yep. They're, flashy colors, which is nice. You can grab everyone's attention when you're going into the pool and hanging out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So check those out. Bearskn.com.
Yeah.
Go to the swim section. You'll see there's a big photo on the site right now.
Yeah. You can go right to the main page and click on it.
Yeah.
You'll see my bright, shiny face.
Yeah.
My red face. I I didn't get too burnt, but it was
Nice.
a really fun spot here. We actually found a fun spot here in Portland to do that photo shoot. So on a, what is it called? Swimply. It's like
Yeah,
a
Swimply.
pool rental, like kind of like Airbnb for pools or whatever. We found a really fun hot tub recreation area in someone's backyard that was really cool and fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A great group of guys. We actually had a friend of one of our previous models that had just flown in from London, and his friend was like, "Hey, I'm doing this photo shoot. Do you want to join me?" So he did. So that was kind of fun.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Well, cool. Well, that's great. I mean, it looks like you guys were having fun. And I think you can tell when you look at photos,
yeah,
are they having fun? Are they into this? It's pretty easy to tell,
yeah. We were playing beer pong. I lost the name of the thing.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
it took us a bit to like warm up to like actually doing. I'm like, I don't even really know the rules. Are there rules to this game, or is it like, how many times can you bounce? But we were just mostly having fun and just, tossing the ping pong, trying to get them in the cups. And yeah,
right, right.
it was
Well,
fun.
nice. Well, good. Well, uh over in Chubster land, we've got some things going on. So there's an article up about an app called Stats Draft that is making fantasy sports more inclusive and a little more open to people who maybe have been interested in it but aren't sure where to go or how to get into it. And I've talked a lot to you on this podcast about, you know, being active or getting into sports and kind of that intimidation factor
Yeah,
that's sometimes there. And this whole app is kind of built around that, specifically kind of for sports gaming, which is really interesting to me because that's not something that I would have considered or thought about as like you
yeah.
know, as a thing or a place to focus. But yeah, stats draft. Whew, man, it's gonna be one of those days. Stats draft is uh basically trying to focus on overlooked communities, sports that don't always get a lot of love. So you've got your like NFL stuff and
Yeah.
basketball and soccer and all that, but there's also like robotics and cricket and other sports that like you wouldn't necessarily consider.
And you
And
can bet on them.
yeah, kind of. Yes. So
Or, well, I guess it's not betting.
right.
It's like
Yeah,
you get ranked, you pick your winners or whatever. I know very basics about like quote unquote fantasy football stuff. Like I know you like pick your winners or your whatevers and you get points or something. Yeah, I don't
totally.
really get it, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I will read this to you because when they first came to me to talk about this, I had no idea. Like I didn't know anything at all about fantasy sports or any of that kind of stuff. So it's been a learning experience for me as we've kind of gone through this. But here's what we've got in the article. As the name suggests, Stats Draft is a game where you draft stats, selecting from a list of options like least fouls wins for basketball or most passing yards wins for football. You choose these things, or they've got like most robot 2 auto leave wins. If you're into robotics, you know what that
Yep.
means.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
So there you go. If the winning team wins your stat, then you get 2 points, and if the stat or game is a tie, you get 1 point. If the losing team wins your stat, you don't get any points. After the games are played, you get to see how the winning teams got it done and which of the people you're playing against was best able to predict that strategy. And so Stats Draft is a new and unique way to connect with others and collaborate about their favorite sports. So one of the things that I thought was interesting about this, aside from kind of the different sports and all of that, is you'll kind of see it if you read the story at Chubster that the founder of the app was able to use this to kind of connect with people that he wouldn't have connected with otherwise. It kind of grew his community, and it's been an interesting way to reach out and connect with people about things that you really love. And loneliness, we talk about that a lot on the
Yep.
show. And so the fact that this is kind of uh, playing into something like that and allowing you to connect with people that you might not be able to. Maybe you live in an area where you're not able to go see, like, you're not able to go see the robotics competitions. Sorry out there. I don't know what it's called, but you're not able to go to
Yep,
those.
yep.
And so, you're into it. This is a way to connect. And so, yeah, check out the app. Also, because Stats Draft has just launched, we're doing a giveaway. You can check that out at the Chubster Instagram. You basically follow it's Stats Draft, Chubster, One Bone, and Fat Girl Flow. Go through the directions there. You'll see what's going on. There's a $500 gift card that we're giving away, and you can also, if you join Stats Draft, you get a instant code for a free T-shirt. So the T-shirt comes from One Bone. They've got sizes to 8X. So free T-shirt, chance at $500 gift card. It's definitely worth checking out. So head over and you'll see. So
That sounds fun.
yeah, definitely. Aside from that, I think maybe next episode we can talk a little more about this, but JCPenney launched a new big and tall collection.
Oh yeah.
That is actually it's a little more fashion forward, style forward, thoughtful. You'll have to see it. I think we should definitely talk about it more in depth
Sure.
next week.
Yeah,
but
I think we kind of mentioned it to each other and
yeah,
looked at it. I'd almost like to maybe try and get a couple pieces quick and
yeah,
see how they feel. But yeah, they look really nice.
Definitely. My hope with this is that we're going to see more kind of they are collaborating with a gentleman who lives in the Dallas, Texas area, who's kind of he's an influencer. I hate that word, but he he does a lot of really cool things kind of to help people make the most out of a little bit, so like you don't have a lot of clothes, but you want to do some different style. You want to put together some looks. He helps people understand how to do that and figure out what they need. And he started with fashion, but he's kind of branched out to where it's how do you do a lot with a little, around your home or in other parts of your life. But we can definitely jump into that a little more next week, because I've got to tell this story that's been like 4 months in the making.
I know. I was like, what is the story that you've been keeping from me, Bruce?
Yes. So this story goes back to November, where I was nominated for Best Blogger at the 2023 Full Figured Fashion Industry Awards, the FFIAS Full Figured Industry Awards. And they take place in New York. So I headed out to New York. There were some really good people in the who were up for it. And I thought, man, it would be cool to go. You and I, Jody, we won for Best Podcast in 2022.
We did.
Yes. So, it just felt like, okay, that was really awesome. And we were kind of just like, we didn't even really know about it until after it was, after we had won. And so knowing more about it, I was like, yes, all right, gotta go out and check this out. And so flew to New York. I took a suit with me because of course it's an award ceremony, so you've got to be dressed up and
of course
all that good stuff. So I've got my fancy 3-piece suit on. It was a jacket, vest, and pants. I figured November I can get away with a 3-piece suit and not swelter. So
yep.
Yeah. So I put this suit on. You've actually seen this suit. It's the suit that I wore from Indochino that you actually took some photos of me in this suit outside of your offices. And so it's yeah.
Where did we do that?
Yeah. So it had become my favorite suit. I got a bunch of suits around here, but that one is just kind of, it's a little different. It's kind of not exactly your black suit or navy or gray, and so I packed it, took it with me on the cross country trip, pulled it out and everything. And as I was ironing it and going to put it on, I realized it has those pants that they don't have belt loops. It basically has these kind of like metal pieces on the side that you kind of pull um fabric, you pull some of the pants fabric through and it tightens them.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Those little
yeah,
clasps or whatever.
yeah, exactly, those little clasps. And so um I loved those. It was great. You know, when I wore them and you photographed me, it was like they fit really well, looked great, they held in place. Apparently between that time and the time that I got to New York, one of the clasps disappeared. It disengaged
Oh geez.
and it's somewhere. And so I did not realize this. So I had one and I'm like, okay, we're going to make this work. There's no belt loop. So it's not like I could, you
Yeah.
know, MacGyver a shoelace into it or something and make it hold up. So, you know, I tightened it, got to the ceremony and everything. It was really cool. It was in Jamaica, New York. And so this really beautiful place that used to be a church, I believe. And
Yeah.
now it's like an events center. And I mean, it's huge. Um, so, you know, I sat down with Kyle Andrew, big and tall model. Zach Miko was there as well. A bunch of people that, you know, we've talked about over the years that
Yeah.
if you're into this stuff at all, you know who they are. And honestly, I didn't think I was going to win. So I did not prepare to win. I didn't have, you know, I didn't have like I hadn't written anything out. I figured I'm not going to win this, you know. I was like, well, you know, we won for heavy conversation last year, so it just doesn't
Yeah.
feel like. And I really honestly didn't think that I would win. And so we're sitting there, and all of a sudden they call best blogger, and they call my name, and right about then I jump up, the clasp just disengages and blows off the side of the pants.
The
So
one
the pants, the one remaining clasp. And so when it's not on there, the pants are kind of billowing off. Like I'm having to hold them up. So everybody's clapping, you know, and
Oh
I'm
boy.
like, oh God, I got to go up there. So I'm holding the side of the pants kind of bunched up on with my right hand. The crowd is to my left as I'm going up, you know, up to the stage. And I get up there and they hand me the award. And so not only did I not prepare, you know, any kind of speech,
Your
I'm
pants
holding up my
falling off.
pants. Exactly. So I'm not I'm not in the mindset to, you know,
Yeah.
say anything
The
clever.
eloquent and yeah.
And I mean, I totally stumbled through. I honestly don't even remember what I said, something about it being a rough 3 years and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And basically held my
I have
pants
to
up
look
and
up this video now.
yeah, held my pants up and slunk off the stage basically. But oh man, it was crazy. It was a lot of fun. The event was really cool and you know, I mean I'm honored to have won because that was just really cool and I didn't expect it. But the lesson here is to make sure that your outfits for any kind of award ceremony or really anytime you go out, that your outfit is set, it's ready, and that it can handle any contingency that might come up.
Oh.
So next year, I think I'm going to wear like well, I guess this year I'm going to wear like, I don't know, overalls or something. I'm going to wear something that cannot fall apart,
Well,
you know?
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Feel
Well, at
like an,
least you held them on and what did you do for the rest of the night then?
luckily there was a PR person there. Um, uh, Emma Medeiros was there, and she does PR for a lot of plus
Yeah.
size and big and tall brands, and I think she had a pin. Was it
Okay.
her?
It was like a safety pin or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you know who it was? I think it was Tigress Osborne actually from NAFA. She had the pin, and so I was like, my pants, they're falling off, and she just like reached into her bag, boom,
Yeah.
had the pin. I was like, wow, it
Yeah.
was amazing. So shout out to
Always be
Tigress.
prepared.
Yes. So it was awesome. Definitely recommend it. It is, you know, you can buy tickets. So, you know, if you're in the area or if you feel like going to something like that, you should definitely go. They're doing it again this year. So, yeah, check it out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
You never
So,
know who might win.
You never know. That's the other thing I learned. Be prepared.
Yeah,
Write something,
have
even if you
something.
don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some bullet
You know.
points. That's what I always try to do. Because then
Yeah.
if I'm doing any sort of, I don't want to try to memorize something or read the whole thing, but
Right.
just have the bullet points or the main things you want to hit, and then just go from there.
Yeah, and it was also, I know I keep coming back to this every episode. I feel like I'm talking about taking meds. And so it was the weekend before I started them. Like I had gotten them, but I was worried about taking them because I
Yeah.
didn't know. And so I was not, all this stuff was happening. I was just like, not in a great place. And, you know, it was like part of it I think with not writing any kind of speech was just like undervaluing myself and just feeling not being in a great mindset.
Of course.
So yeah, so I think the other lesson of many that came out of this is don't undervalue yourself. If you get, if people have enough faith in you to put you up for something like that,
Yeah.
you're worth it. So you
Gosh,
know
you're worth
yes,
it.
exactly. So
How did,
that's my story.
can't remember that guy. Was it SNL?
Stuart Smalley,
Yeah, I think so. What did he
you're
say?
good enough, you're something enough, and gosh darn it, people like you. Something
Yeah,
like
I know,
that.
that's what was
Yeah,
in
yeah,
my head. I was like, no, I can't
yeah,
remember how that goes.
yeah,
But we
yeah.
all know
It's
what it is.
that's right. That's right. So yeah. I don't have a beer. I do have a drink, and it's called water.
Good. Hydrating is good when you're sick.
Yes. So at Christmas I got this what's it called? This HydrateSpark water bottle. And basically
Spark.
I don't drink enough water like ever.
Okay.
And I definitely notice it. And so I'm trying to drink a lot more water. HydrateSpark, when you drink water, this thing lights up. It also gives you notifications on your phone or watch to say, hey, drink some water. Because I'll go like, hours and be like, oh, and what's wrong with me? Well, you haven't had any water.
Yeah.
So I got this HydrateSpark for
Have you been
Christmas.
outside? Have you drank some water? Have you
Yes,
done anything? It,
exactly. So let's see if it works. You usually have to have it on a table or something, but it'll light up once you've,
maybe like you took a sip, or
yeah.
know how much you drank, or like if you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And so it does it based on weights. So that's probably why it's not going to work holding it on my hand because it's moving around. But
Yeah.
once you drink from it and you put it down, then it'll blink or whatever to basically notify,
Yeah.
to tell you.
Whatever.
Yeah, and it'll also, you can set it to blink to tell you. So if you're not, tied to your phone, then you might see the thing blinking, and then it's time to drink water. It's one of those things. Do you need it? No.
Yeah. Well, if it helps you drink more water, then yeah.
It does. It does. And I love it. I mean, it's been, my water intake has definitely gone up since I got this. So highly recommend it. Hydrate Spark. I think it's the Pro. They have a bunch of different versions. But yeah, it's like silver and gray. They've got a couple different colors. You can change the color of the light, all that kind of stuff if you want to. I just wanted, yeah, I don't care what color the light is. I just wanted to tell me when I need to drink water. So it does that, and it does it well.
Good. I'm
So
glad
there
you're
we go.
finding ways to stay hydrated. And
Yes.
I know I got to get better at it when I'm at work, but I always have right here next to me is a big thing of water. So
Right. Right.
my
Yeah.
thing is remembering to wash it regularly, because it's like a jug, or like one of those thermos kind of things. And I'm like,
Totally.
I haven't put this through the wash in a while. Let's do that.
I had an old like Stanley thermos that I did that with, and I went way too long. And then when I did wash it, I forgot to take like the top. There are pieces in there that you have to
Yeah,
unscrew.
yeah.
And I found out the hard way that you need to take those apart because it gets really gross. So I try to be very aware of that with this, especially because it's got
All
kind of
kinds of
this.
little pieces and places for mold to grow. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Like
Exactly.
that
So
gross stuff in there. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, what's happening in here? What is this? What am I seeing here? Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
probably time.
Yummy.
So Yes.
Mold
Well,
water. That's good.
on that happy note, that's all I got, Jody.
Yeah. Not much going on over here. I mean, I tweaked my back on Saturday, so I'm sitting on my couch recording this, so I'm not mad that you weren't able to come to the office, so I could go home and be on this ice pack.
Perfect.
So, yeah,
Well,
dealing with
good.
that. Being super busy at Bear Skn, I got all the, we got the orders packed up, shipped out for over the weekend. Selling lots of swim, so it's all good. Sunny day,
Nice.
sunny day here in Portland, so
Perfect. So yeah, it's
doing good.
nice. You should definitely enjoy it as much as you can. Hopefully your back feels better soon. Yeah, I am going to suffer through the rest of this plague for today and
Okay,
hope that I'm better by tomorrow.
okay.
We'll
Well,
see.
thanks for decrudding for a little while to chat about your pant failure. And
Yes.
all right, well, thanks everybody.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your
Podcast.